Hi yogis, welcome to class. I am Emily. In today's flow we are going to open our hips and work towards the nice frog pose, which can be quite intense, so be prepared. And I have prepared here next to me a blanket. I actually don't have a bolster in the house right now, but if you do have a bolster, really bring that out. It's often more comfortable to have that as a prop when we're in frog pose. So we're going to start off in the Baddha Konasana pose, so place the soles of your feet together. And just find a position where you can ground down through your sitting bones and still find length through your spine. Maybe you can grab hold of your feet, or just place your hands on your knees if you want. That is actually going to just create a little bit more openness in your hips straight away. So I'm going to hold on to my feet, close down your eyes, take a deep inhale, and exhale through your nose. And as you exhale, just try to release something. Try to just release tension in your hips that keeps your knees high, so that your knees are just slowly lowering just a little bit further down towards the floor. Just take a moment to ground down and try to find a little bit of space in your body. A little bit of space between your daily life and this moment. Space between thoughts. And just breathe into it, just slow, deep inhales and exhales through your nose. Let every inhale create even more length along your spine, all the way from your sitting bones to the top of your head. And let every exhale lower your shoulders down and release even more tension in your hips. Just really work on that hip tension release. It's going to feel lovely when your hips just kind of ease further down towards the mat. With your next inhale, blink your eyes open and sweep your arms all the way up. Gaze up and see your palms touch. You really try to lengthen along your spine. So you stretch tall, but at the same time you keep your shoulder blades away from your ears. Gaze up to see your thumbs connect. And as you exhale, lower your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, and your right fingertips are behind you. Inhale for length and exhale, engage your core and use your core to twist and rotate. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder. Once more, inhale for length and exhale to rotate. With your next inhale, come back to center, sweep your arms up and gaze up. Length again along your side body. Exhale, right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Left fingertips land behind. Inhale, really sit tall. Exhale. Once again, find the engagement at the bottom of your belly, drawing your navel up and back and really using your core to twist. Inhale once more. Exhale. Just find a little bit more depth in the rotation. Inhale, back to center, gaze up, sweep up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Just roll back. I'm just going to turn to the side. You can stay where you are. Just roll back so that you're on your forearms. And make sure that you are on your sacrum. So you're not arching your back. You're kind of resting on your sacrum and stretch your legs straight up. Squeeze your lower belly, really engage it. Lift your chest, engage your legs, gaze at your toes. Inhale, lower your right leg almost all the way down to the mat. Exhale, draw it back up. Left leg, same thing. Inhale, exhale, back up. Keep going. And focusing on using the strength of your lower belly to lift those legs all the way back up. And at the same time, keep engagement through your legs so that they are at all times super active. Once more, each side. Last one for left. And this time, lower both. And bring them back up. If this is too much, just continue with the alternate legs. Bring it back up. 3 more. Exhale to lift. Exhale, inhale, lower, sorry. Exhale, back up. I think this is the last one. Inhale. And back up. Just place the soles of your feet to the mat. And come all the way back to your back, down to your back. Bring your right knee in towards your chest and then turn your leg and place the ankle, your right ankle, on your left thigh. Grab hold of the back of your left thigh with both of your hands and just gently bring your left thigh closer to your upper body. If it feels good, you can place your right hand on your right knee and just very gently press the right knee away from you. That will really find even more openness in your hip and the back of your thigh. Breathe into it and work it. Just really focus on releasing tension with every exhale. Inhale to release and just switch legs. Left ankle on the right thigh, just below the knee. Grab hold of the back of the thigh and bring it closer in. Maybe placing your left hand on the left knee and just gently press it away. This is really gonna bring beautiful opening in your hips. And most of us hold a lot of tension in our hips, so opening them in this way is really a great way to just actually to bring mobility in a lot of places, because when you have tight hips, your body often compensates for that by making you tight in other places. Bring your hands to the backs of your thighs and just roll a couple of times down and up. Once more, and then just come all the way up into a all fours position. Make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips, and that your index fingers are pointing straight forward. Inhale, drop your belly for cow pose. Lift your gaze. Just find any movement. If you want to wiggle it out from side to side, do that. Exhale, round in to cat pose. Gaze towards the navel. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale. Now cat pose. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale and find a neutral spine. Draw the navel to the spine. Exhale, settle it in. And then inhale. Tuck your back toes. And exhale, lift your hips up and back. Here to your first downward facing dog. And just wiggle it out. Bend one knee at a time. And when you do, shift the weight forward into your hands, so you really find a stretch through your calf, through your back body. And then if you feel like it, you can sway your hips from side to side. Just do whatever you need to do to wake up your body here. This is your practice, so don't worry at all about what it looks like or how it's supposed to look. Just really feel into it. Just listen into your body. What does it want to do? Gaze towards your knees. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Engage your core. Inhale. Come high up on the toes. Gaze in between your hands. Bend your knees deeply. And take one big step to the top of the mat. Feet parallel. And just grab hold of opposite elbows. And hang down. Really dare to lean into your toes. Dare to lift your sitting bones even more. Opening up your sitting bones to the back of the room. Maybe wiggle your head. And untie your hands. Heel toe your feet together so that your big toes come to touch and there's a little space between your heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Gaze up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. We're going to start with this flow. So inhale, sweep your arms up and lean into your right foot to lift your left foot off the mat. I'm going to turn to show you. Exhale, going to find tree pose here. So place the sole of your left foot either a toe to the mat or your left foot to the calf. Avoid straight on the knee, but either here or higher up. And when you find this pose, really press your left foot in towards your right thigh and just as much press your right thigh back towards the right foot. Press the hips forward, the left knee out towards the side, away from the body, really opening the hip here. And place your hands, let them meet in front of your heart. Find a bit of stability. Enjoy the wiggles through your right foot, through your right ankle. This is just building so much strength and stability into your ankle, into your foot, and into your entire body. With your next inhale, release the foot from the thigh, flex it and place it, just as we did before, in a figure 4 position on top of your right thigh. Sink into it, squeeze your core, shoulder blades down. With your next inhale, release the left foot once again. Bring it out and then around to the back side and out to the side. Here you can choose if you want to just let it slide along the floor. You're going to be in this kind of position. Or if you want to challenge yourself and keep it lifted, deep bend in your right knee. Squeeze everything to center. Hold it. With your next inhale, sweep the left foot up and back, flex it, find warrior 3. Inhale, create length here from your heel to the top of your head. And exhale, bend your left knee and bring it to the outside of your right calf, bending the right knee deeply. Inhale, sweep it back up, warrior 3. Exhale, curtsy squat. 3 more, inhale, exhale. 2, inhale. Don't forget to stretch it all the way out, exhale. Inhale, last 1. Exhale, we're going to inhale it all the way back up. Once again, inhale. Really stretch tall through your warrior 3. 3, lift that back leg even more and bend, slowly lowering down. Fingertips to the mat and then heel toe your right foot all the way over to the left and lowering your entire shin down. Untucking your back toes, setting it up for pigeon prep. Lift your chest and maybe lift, just press down through your left toenails to lift your left knee. This will create even more length through your leg and up towards the crown of your head. And if you want to, you can exhale and climb it down. And I want to encourage you to do, if you like to find small movements when you're in pigeon, I encourage you to do that. Just think of this as you are exploring your body, and when you move, when you wiggle, you will find small areas of tension, and when you find them, try to work into them with your breath. Try to release any tension. This is a constant exploration. and releasing our tension. With your next inhale, come all the way back up, placing your palms underneath your shoulders, tuck your back toes. Inhale, exhale, bring your knee up towards your chest, hold it. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, all the way up. Inhale to lower. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, lower, last one. Exhale, bring it back up and stay for the inhale. Make space, gaze in between your hands. Exhale, place your foot in between your hands, lowering the sole of your back foot down, bending your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up, warrior two. Lower, sink deep, really engage the soles of your feet. Lifting your chest, engaging your core, keeping your tailbone slightly tucked in. Inhale, straighten your front leg and turn the right palm to the sky. Sweep it all the way up and over, finding reverse triangle. Stay for the inhale, really stretch tall. Exhale, legs stay as they are. Sweep your arms down, finding triangle. One inhale here to set it up. Gazing, maybe you gaze down, maybe your hand is on your shin or your ankle, maybe you gaze up. If you do, try to see if you can gaze towards your fingers with your right eye. Squeeze your core, and with your next inhale, sweep all the way back up, reverse triangle. Exhale, all the way down, triangle. Once more, inhale, sweep it up, find a little bit more length through your side body. Every time, exhale down. Last time, inhale up, and this time, exhale to warrior two. Next, inhale, sweep your arms up, turn your toes so that they are parallel to each other. All toes point to the side of the mat. Turn your heels in, lowering down into goddess pose. Lower deep, press your knees out, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest, lower your shoulder blades down. And then just start to wiggle a little bit from side to side. Find stillness. Inhale, all the way up. Turn your toes to the front. Exhale, fold down, clasping your hands behind your back. And just fold in. Letting your hands drop down behind you. And at the same time as they drop behind you, try to keep maybe just a tiny bit of a bend in your elbows, but lifting your hands away from your body. Really finding that beautiful stretch in your chest. Inhale, release your hands, fingertips to the mat, step back slightly. And this is where the frog pose comes in. So lower your knees down as wide as it feels okay. And then turn your toes so that your toes are pointing out towards the sides, or the top and the bottom of the mat. And you can bring your bolster or your blanket in front of you. Take a look behind you and see that your knee and your heel, they are in line with each other and they are parallel to the edge of the mat on top. And you're going to find here that when you start to lean back, when lowering your butt down towards your heels, that is when it's going to start to feel quite intense. So work your edge here, don't overdo it, but just stay where you actually feel something, and breathe into it. Feel welcome to close down your eyes. Feel into it and really find release. Use every exhale to kind of even visualize a release of something. Releasing when you carry two really heavy bags and you just release them. And that feeling that it brings to your body of having let something go. And if it's starting to feel too comfortable, you can just make it more intense by moving your knees a bit further apart. We very seldom stretch or actually use our hips in this more externally rotated way. We mostly use them like in a parallel way when we bicycle, move, when we run, walk. This kind of rotating outwards is not really part of our daily life. So that's one reason that most people feel quite tense and they store a lot of tension here. With your next inhale, bring your weight forward to get out of it and just bring your heels closer together and then your knees closer in together. And then place your palms to the mat and come all the way back up. Find your way back to your wide straddle. And then just climb your hands to the top of the mat, turning your feet so all toes point to the top of the mat. Plant your palms down and step back into a one-legged high plank, squeezing your core. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, drop your left heel to the left, letting your right foot land behind you. And open it up into wild thing. Really open, open, open. Lifting your hips, opening your chest. And exhale. All two palms to the mat. Inhale, weight forward. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your chest, engage your legs. Exhale, up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high up on your toes, gaze in between your hands. Maybe a little jump to the top. Lift high and long for your halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. We got one more side to go. So inhale, sweep your arms up, and this time lean into your left foot, lift your right leg, and find your tree pose wherever it was on the other side, lowering your hands in front of your heart, finding that stability, pressing your thigh into your foot into your thigh, standing tall, pressing down to your left toe man, squeeze your core, and with your next inhale, release the foot, flex it, and place the ankle as a figure four over your left thigh, lowering down as deep as it goes. Squeeze everything to center. And inhale, lift the leg off of the thigh, bring it back and around and out to the side. Maybe challenging yourself by keeping it lifted. This really squeeze the inside of your right thigh. Keep it still, keep it strong. Inhale, sweep the right leg back. Toes point down, flex the foot, warrior three. Find stability, inhale, find length, exhale, bend your right knee, bring it to the outside of your left calf, lowering down, bending into your left knee, inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, bend in. Inhale, back up. This is 3, 2, see if you can lift the leg even higher when you're in warrior three. 1, bring it back out, lose balance, inhale, and exhale, lowering down slowly, as low as you can, fingertips to the mat, heel toe, your left foot over to the right, set it up for pigeon, lowering your calf down, untucking your back toes, pressing down to the toe through the toenails, lifting the heel just to set the hip up, lift your chest, inhale, and if you walked forward before on the other side, just do it here as well. And once again, just work into your pigeon pose. If this is in some way very, very comfortable and you feel like this feels nothing for me, then you can work on bringing your shin more parallel to the top of the mat. This will just increase the intensity for sure. If you're all the way down, climb all the way up with an inhale, placing your palms to the mat, tucking your back toes. Inhale, squeeze your core. Exhale, knee to your chest, rounding your upper body. Inhale, lowering it almost all the way down. Exhale, press back up, using your core. Inhale, lower. Exhale, really draw your knee up towards your chest as much as you can. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, stay for the inhale. When you do, press the mat away, really create space. And exhale, left foot in between your hands, right sole of the right foot to the mat. Sweep it up, warrior 2. Press firmly down through the pinky toe side edge of your right leg, foot. Lowering even deeper. With your next inhale, left palm to the sky, extending your left leg and sweep your left hand all the way up and over, finding your reversed triangle. Inhale and really find length from your left heel to your left fingertips. Exhale, keep the legs and just windmill the arms down to triangle. Just stay here to set it up. This time, see if you can gaze up towards your right fingers with your left eye. Tuck the tail slightly, engage the legs. Use your core to draw yourself all the way up, reverse triangle. Exhale to lower. Really strong and stable movements, letting each movement use the entire breath. Inhale, sweep it up. Last exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, all toes to the side of the mat. Arms sweep up. Exhale, heels in, lowering down, goddess pose. Shoulder blades squeeze tightly. Press down through your heels. Press your knees out towards the pinky toe. And maybe sway a bit from side to side. Inhale, all the way back up. Turn your toes so that your feet are parallel, and exhale, fold forward, clasping your hands behind your back and just releasing them down. You stay as you are. I'm gonna turn so that you can see better. Try to lift your clasped hands away from your body. And at the same time, keep them heavy and drawing down towards the floor. Inhale, release your arms, fingertips to the mat. Maybe step back a tiny bit. We're going back to the frog pose. So lowering your heels down, set it up. Now you know where we're going. Toes out towards the sides. Finding your blanket or your bolster. Checking the line between your knee and your heel. And exhale, sink back. Close down your eyes. Just feel the release. And also just notice if there is any difference now from the last time. It was not long ago since we were in frog pose, but things happen very quickly when you move with intention and with awareness. So just notice any difference that you find in this second frog pose for the day. To get out, press your weight forward, heels draw in towards each other, step your knees closer to one another, remove bolster, blanket, and make your way all the way back up to the forward fold. You're going to turn all your toes to the top of the mat, and that brings your left foot to the top of the mat. Plant your palms, engage your core, and step back to a three-legged high plank with your left foot and leg off the mat, squeezing the core. Inhale, bend your left knee. Exhale, drop your right heel to the right. Left toes land behind and open it up into wild thing. Really pressing the mat away through your right foot, your right hand, lifting your chest up, squeezing your glutes. Inhale, exhale, back to high plank. Inhale, weight forward. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale high up on your toes, gaze in between your hands. Bend your knees, jump forward or step. Whatever you feel like, come into a handstand and lower. Totally up to you. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. And just keep exhaling and lowering all the way down to sitting down. Spreading your legs wide apart. Just going to take one last side stretch to even this out, placing either the back of your hand or your forearm, palm facing up to the floor or the mat in front of your right leg. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. And exhale, just drop it over. And when you do, try to make your left hip feel really heavy, so you don't just collapse in, but find heaviness in this left hip, drawing it down, so finding a beautiful stretch through your entire side body here. You can drop your head, you can gaze up underneath your armpit, maybe your fingers can reach your toes. Inhale it all the way back up and just switch out the sides. Palms facing up, exhale. Right arm sweeps up and over. Inhale. Just find this side stretch by pressing the right hip down. Maybe opening the chest to the sky. Inhale, all the way back up. Sweep your arms up, gaze up. Hands in front of your heart with the exhale. Bring your knees, your feet together. All right, we're just going to stop just where we started in Baddha Konasana. The soles of the feet together. Grab hold of your feet, close down your eyes. And just once more, find stillness. Find length throughout your spine. Find a release of tension in your shoulders as you exhale. And you can just go into your regular Shavasana, or you can stay here just a couple of more breaths. In stillness. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope to see you soon again. Namaste.